What if I told you the smartest AI minds in the world believe we're still a decade away from real, autonomous artificial intelligence? You heard that right, 10 years. Welcome back to Vistarum, where we dive deep into the tech shaping tomorrow. If you love future tech, AI, robotics, and the raw truth behind innovation, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's unravel what Andrej Karpathy just revealed in his jaw-dropping conversation with Dwarkesh Patel. Because this man, a legend who built Tesla's Autopilot AI, helped shape OpenAI, and literally taught machines how to see, just said the AI agents everyone's hyping up are nowhere near ready. If you've ever watched a Tesla drive itself, or used GPT-based tools that seem almost human, Karpathy's fingerprints are all over them. He's one of the engineers who defined this era of AI. From Stanford to OpenAI to Tesla, this guy built the foundations of how machines learn. And now, he's teaching the world how to build AI systems from scratch on his own YouTube channel. But in his latest interview, he delivers a reality check that every tech dreamer needs to hear. Karpathy says AI agents, the so-called autonomous doers, simply don't work yet. Sure, they can browse the web, send an email, maybe even write some code. But when it comes to understanding context, remembering goals, or learning from experience, they fall flat. He calls today's agents overhyped and cognitively weak. They act like interns, eager to help but without the brainpower or judgment to handle tasks alone. In his words, they can autocomplete text, but they can't think. According to Karpathy, what we call AI today isn't truly intelligent. It's just predictive text on steroids. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, they don't reason like humans. They just predict what word comes next. They can pass PhD exams, solve physics problems, and write code. But give them a real-world task and they crumble. Why? Because they don't have cognitive grounding. They don't understand what they're doing. They just mirror the internet. They're not thinking entities, they're pattern machines. Karpathy breaks down what's missing in today's models into 3 cognitive failures. Memory. LLMs forget everything you teach them. Humans have the hippocampus. AI has a text window that resets after every chat. Consolidation. Humans learn while they sleep. We strengthen memories. AI models, they never sleep, and they never consolidate what they learn. Every session is a fresh brain. Multimodal sense-making. Humans see, hear, feel. AI models only read text. Even when they see images or watch videos, it's still text-based abstraction, not real perception. They can describe reality, but they don't experience it. So Karpathy says, right now, we're not building intelligent beings. We're building savant children, perfect memorizers who don't understand what they know. Now here's where it gets spicy. Karpathy straight up trashes reinforcement learning, the method behind many self-improving AIs. He calls it awful, because it gives AIs feedback only after thousands of actions. Imagine teaching a robot to walk by, letting it take 100 steps, fall, and then saying, "You failed." It doesn't know which step caused the failure. That's why Karpathy says the process is like sucking supervision through a straw. Millions of moves, 1 drop of feedback. Some models even cheat the reward system, hitting 100% success by gaming the goal instead of understanding it. They're not learning intelligence. They're learning how to look smart. And here's where Karpathy gets philosophical. He says, we're not building animals. We're summoning ghosts. These AIs aren't evolving through nature. They're stitched together from internet data, mimicking life without ever living it. They're digital spirits, reflections of our collective knowledge, not new consciousnesses. That line alone gave me chills, because if you think about it, every chatbot, every AI avatar, every digital assistant is just a ghost trained on the echoes of humanity. Karpathy believes what we truly need isn't more data, but a cognitive core, a kernel of intelligence independent from raw knowledge. Today's models are flooded with facts but starved of understanding. They can imitate genius, but they can't be it. That kernel, that inner spark, is what separates a calculator from a mind. And we haven't built it yet. Karpathy calls today's AI progress the March of the Nines. Every year we get closer to perfection, 99.9%, 99%, but that last tiny gap between machine accuracy and human understanding never closes. That final 0.01% isn't about data, it's about conscious cognition. That's what still makes humans special. So, when will real, autonomous AI, the kind that remembers, reasons, and decides, actually arrive? Karpathy's answer, 2035. He says we'll need at least a decade to build AIs that can truly act, adapt, and evolve on their own. Today's GPTs, Claude and Gemini, are just assistants. Clever, fast, and incredibly useful, but still just helpers. Not thinkers. Not agents, not alive. The first generation of true AI agents, the ones that can reason, remember, and learn continuously, won't emerge until the 2030s. But Karpathy doesn't see this as bad news. He sees it as a gift of time. 10 years gives us a window to understand the ethics, laws, and economic shifts that real AI will bring. We need this decade to learn how to live with intelligence that grows beside us. So the delay isn't a setback, it's a safeguard. So here's the big question. Are we ready for the decade ahead? Because if Karpathy's right, by 2035 we won't just use AIs, we'll raise them. They'll learn, evolve, and maybe start forming cultures of their own. But for now, we're still talking to ghosts. Echoes of intelligence that reflect our words back at us. This is Vistarum, and I'll see you in the next deep dive into the future of AI, robotics, and everything that's reshaping our world. Stay curious, stay human, and remember, the future is already learning from you.